Hello scholars, welcome back to our next video of GK. In our previous video, we have completed the 4 exercises of Unit 1. Now in this video, we will complete the rest of the exercises. But before we start with our exercises, I know you all are waiting to know the answers of the questions which I have asked in my previous video. So here is your answers. Our first question was, which animal can run fastest? The answer is an elephant. I am sure most of you think squirrel or mouse, but answer is elephant. An elephant can reach a speed of 40 km per hour, that is 25 mph. A squirrel can reach a speed of 20 mph and a mouse can reach till 7 mph. So, the elephant is fastest. Now, the answer of our second question. Our question was, what comes down but never goes up? The answer is rain. I hope you liked this. Now, we'll move to our first segment of this video, that is Crack the Joke. So, scholars, here is our first joke. Teacher, where is your book? Student, at home. Teacher, and what is it doing there? Student, having more fun than me. Again, one more. Why do we write ETC at the end in the exam? Because it means end of thinking capacity. Now we are moving towards our next segment, that is to do the exercises of the book. So let's see what is there. So scholars, as you know, 4 exercises of Unit 1 we have already completed in our previous video. So today we will start from our exercise number 5, that is our social reformers. So here, look at the picture, read the clues and name these prominent social reformers of India. So let's start. Our first question is, he fought for the Dalit rights and against the caste-based discrimination. Who is he? Yes, he is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He himself was a Dalit family and was disturbed by discrimination shown towards the Dalit. Now moving to our next question. He got the British to enact the Widow Remarriage Act. He is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Now moving towards our question number 3. He founded Brahmo Samaj and fought to end the evil sati custom. You know who is he? He is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Now here is our question number 4. Founded the Ram Krishna Mission to serve the poor. Can you recognize him? Yes, he is Swami Vivekananda. You know, he was a key figure in the introduction of India philosophies of Vedantas and Yoga to the Western world and is credited with raising interfaith awareness, bringing Hinduism to the status of a major world religion during the late 19th century. Now, we'll move to our next question. He started the Bhudan movement for the benefit of landless. He is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Acharya Vinoba Bhave started Bhudan movement in 1951 in Telangana. An inspirational icon, Vinoba Bhave's work and dedication impacted people all across the country. Now, we'll see our next question. So here is our question number 6. He got the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 for his valiant fight to secure children's rights. He is Kailash Satyarthi. You know, Kailash Satyarthi was born in Vidisha district of Madhya Pradesh. Now, we'll see our next question. So here is our question number 7. He served the people suffering from leprosy. You know who is he? Murlidhar Devidas Amte, commonly known as Baba Amte. He was an Indian social worker and activist known particularly for his work for the rehabilitation and empowerment of people suffering from leprosy. Now we'll see our last question. Do you know him? Yes, he is Anna Hazare, a well-known anti-corruption crusader of the country. So now scholars, will move to our next exercise given on page number 6. So scholars, on page number 6, there is an exercise based on the world we live in. Here we have to answer the following questions and find out how much you know about the world. Our first question is, Pacific Ocean is the world's largest ocean. Which ocean is the smallest in the world? The answer is Arctic Ocean. Now, let's move to question number 2. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak in the world. In which country is it located? You know this? Yes, you are right. It is in Nepal. Now, we'll see our question number 3. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain peak in Africa. In which country is it situated? The answer is Tanzania. Located in Tanzania, Mount Kilimanjaro is Africa's tallest mountain at about 5,895 meters. This majestic mountain is a snow-capped volcano. Now we'll see our question number 4. Which is the largest lake in the world? The answer is Caspian Sea. The salty Caspian Sea has the greatest surface area of any lake at 143,200 square miles. Here is our question number 5. Massive shrinking of which sea has been termed as the worst environmental disaster by then UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon in 2010. It is Aral Sea. You know scholars, forming the 4th largest lake in the world, the Aral Sea has been shrinking since 1960s. After the river that fed it were diverted by Soviet irrigation project. Now here is our question number 6. In which ocean is the Ring of Fire located, where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur? It is Pacific Ocean where Ring of Fire is located. The Ring of Fire is also called the Circum-Pacific Belt. Now here is our question number 7. Name the deepest part of the world's ocean. Yes, you are right. It is Mariana Trench. You know scholars, Mariana Trench is located in the western Pacific Ocean about 200 kilometers east of Mariana Island. It is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth and the maximum known depth is 10,984 meters. Now we'll move to our question number 8. Mount Elbrus is the highest mountain peak in Europe. In which country is it situated? The answer is Russia. So like this we have completed the exercise given on page number 6. Now we'll move to our next exercise given on page number 7. So scholars, here is our exercise number 7, that is Great Deserts. Here we have to answer the following question related to desert. So let's start. Our first question is, which is the only continent not to have a desert? I know you must be thinking Antarctica, but that is wrong. The answer might surprise you. The answer is Europe. Now we'll move to our question number 2. Which is the largest desert in the world? It's Antarctica. Actually, deserts are not defined by hot temperature and sand dunes. Rather, deserts are defined by a very low amount of rain and snow. And you know what? In Antarctica, it does not rain or snow a lot there. So that is why Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Now move to our question number 3. Where is the Sahara Desert situated? Yes, it is in Africa. Now here is our question number 4. Which is the driest desert in the world? Do you know this? It is Atacama Desert in Chile. The Atacama Desert receives less than 1 millimeter of precipitation each year, and some of the years have not seen a drop of rain in more than 500 years. Okay, now here is our question number 5. Which desert in China is also known as the Sea of Death? The answer is Taklamakan Desert. Taklamakan Desert is known as the Sea of Death or places of ruins. It means point of no return. Now let's see our question number 6. Which is the largest desert in Asia that spreads over China and Mongolia? The answer is Gobi Desert. It covers parts of the northern and northeastern China and of southern Mongolia. Now here is our question number 7. Which is the largest continuous sand desert in the world? The answer is Jabal Khali. Jabal Khali occupies more than 1/4 of Saudi Arabia's total area. Now here is our question number 8. Which is the largest desert in the USA? You know this? No? It is Great Basin Desert. Now we will see our question number 9. What do you call the shifting sand hills that often form in a sandy desert? Yes, you are right. It is called sand dunes. Now here is our question number 10. Which desert in Africa is acknowledged as the oldest in the world? The answer is Namib Desert. Dating back at least 55 million years, the Namib is believed to be the world's oldest desert. So scholars, now we have reached to our last exercise of Unit 1, that is leading the world. So let's see. So our question number 1 is, which country leads the world in the production of gold? Any idea? No? Let's see the answer. The answer is China. At a country level, China was the largest producer of gold in the world in 2018 and accounted for around 12% of total global production. Now, here is our question number 2. Which country is the leading producer of tea in the world? The answer is again China. China is the largest tea producer worldwide. It produces a big variety of green and black tea. Now we'll move to our question number 3. Which country leads the world in the production of mangoes? Any guesses? Yes, you are right. It is India. India is the leading producer of mangoes in the world. In 2018, global production of mangoes was 55.4 million tons, led by India with 39% of the world total. Now, here is our question number 4. Which country is the leading producer of sugarcane in the world? The answer is Brazil. Brazil is the world's largest sugar producer. It is also a major net exporter of raw sugar. Here is our question number 5. Which country is the leading producer of cotton in the world? The answer is India. India is the leading producer of cotton in the world. Now we'll see our question number 6. Which country is the leading producer of milk in the world? Yes, you are right. It is India. India is the world's largest milk producer with 22% of global production. Now, here is our question number 7. Which country leads the world in the production of diamonds? The answer is Russia, home to arguably the richest and the largest diamond resources in the world. Now, we'll see our question number 8. Which country leads the world in the production of petroleum and natural gas? The answer is USA. Now moving to our question number 9. Which country leads the world in the production of saffron? The answer is Iran. Iran produces 95% of the world's saffron. Now we have reached to our last question of this exercise. Which country is the leading producer of copper in the world? The answer is Chile. So like this, we have completed all the exercise of Unit 1. Now I want you all to do proper revision of all these exercises. Now we'll move to our next segment. So scholars, today's amazing fact is about the Eiffel Tower. You know, the Eiffel Tower is 6 inches taller in summer than winter? No. So let's see. The Eiffel Tower gets taller by up to 6 inches during the summer when the temperature reaches as high as 40 degrees Celsius. Extreme heat causes the metal at the base to expand, increasing the height of the Eiffel Tower. It also causes the top of the tower to tilt away from the sun by up to 7 inches. That is because metal expands in hot and contracts in cold. So the Eiffel Tower is 6 inches taller in summer than winter. Is it really amazing? Yes? So now it's time to amaze you with some interesting facts about our country. Let's see in our next segment. You know scholars, the highest cricket ground in the world is in our country? No? Let's see. At an altitude of 2444 meters, the Chel Cricket Ground in Chel, Himachal Pradesh is the highest cricket ground in the world. It was built by royal family of erstwhile Patiala state in 1893 and now it is a part of the Chel Military School. Scholars, now we have reached to our segment of current affairs. So let's see what's today. India's second space port to be in Tamil Nadu's Thoothukudi. Indian Space Research Organization will establish a second launch port in Thoothukudi district in Tamil Nadu, exclusively to launch small satellite launch vehicles. This will come up in 2300 acres. On the lines of GPS navigation system developed by America, the Indian navigation system called NAVIC with the indigenous atomic clock will be operational with mobile phone manufacturers coming forward to install the regional navigation device. So now scholars, will move to our last segment, that is of homework. So here is your homework. Our question number 1 is, who was the first Twitter user to reach 20 million followers? Now one more question. Where can you find cities, towns, shops and streets but no people? So you have to find out the answers of these questions. In our next video, I will tell you the answer. So scholars, with this we come to end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you understood it very well. Goodbye scholars, stay safe, stay healthy.